how to write paper using SLR, right? And this is one thing that we'll be talking about. And the another thing that we'll be talking about is the types of SLR papers. Like what all models, what all models can we use in writing SLR paper, right? So this is the two topics that I'll be talking about. So let's talk about how to write paper using SLR, right? So what is the structure of the paper? If we are writing SLR, so what is the structure of the paper? So this is very, very important. So what all can you put when you are writing a paper on SLR, right? First, as usual, we all know that there is an introduction about the topic and this scenario. Let's say हम work life balance, if we are writing a paper on work life balance, so introduction about what is the status in the world about the work life balance. So this is the initial thing that we'll be talking about. So introduction about the topic. Let's say the topic is work life balance. So what is the status in the world about work life balance, right? So this is the first thing. So in the introduction paragraph only, so I'm talking about the only the introduction paragraph abhi. So introduction paragraph mein, in the end we will be writing about the objectives, research questions. Yesterday I also shown you this thing, but today will be, I'll show you this thing again. So these are the objective of your research. For this research paper, this paper that has been published in Journal of Business Research. So this is the theme or the objective of this paper, this whole paper, right? So this is the most important thing. And if we write it into points, so that makes a good impression on the reviewer and onto the editor, right? So this is the most important things, that is we have to write down the objective of the study. So this will come into the introduction part. This will come into the introduction part. And after this, you know this thing, the rest of the article is as follows. First, we provide, मतलब इसके अंदर now the preceding paragraph, what you will be writing, you will be writing about the second part will contain this, the theoretical background. Third part will contain the research methodology, this all, right? So next important aspect of this is the next important aspect is the uh, let me theoretical background. So what is the first thing that we'll be writing when we are writing a paper of the SLR? So introduction about the topic and the research questions. So this is the important thing. Next come the theoretical background. So we don't write much of the review of literature into this, right? But only some theory if we have used some theory, if we have some theory that we have used into the paper. So this is the most important thing, right? Please do mention about the theoretical background. This is also a very, very important part, right? So let me give you an example onto this. This is one of my paper that I have written, right? इसके अंदर what we have done is we have used the ADU model. I'll be telling you what exactly it is. So, but we have used this theory. Can you see to this Macmillan's theory of needs? So this is the theory that we have used, right, in this paper. So what we have done is, so after the introduction about the topic, the research questions will, into the introduction the research questions will come. Second important aspect will be the theoretical background, right? Some theory that we have used into the paper. Next hai research methodology part. The next part will be the research methodology part. Research methodology part mein, what is the most important thing that you will be mentioning when you are writing your research methodology part is the prisma model, right? Prisma model, I have already told you yesterday, inclusion, exclusion criteria. So these are the things that you have to mention when you are doing your research methodology part. Very important into the introduction before moving to this. This is one thing that I have missed. So what you have to do is why you are doing this research, why you are writing this research paper, right? So this is also very, very important part. Please understand this thing, why you are doing this research paper. When we are talking about the introduction about the topic, so first thing you have to write about the, about, let's say, work life balance is an example. So what is the status in the world about work life balance? So the next important aspect that you will be talking about into the introduction is why you are doing this research, what the previous people has carried out the research. Everybody please read these lines. This is the most important paragraph, why you are conducting this research paper, why you are writing this research paper. तो इसमें क्या बताया है, look at this. इसमें ये बताया है कि जो impact investing है उस पे already existing papers किस किसने किए हैं. Now this is the most important part, right? So data analysis part. So this is the most important thing, that is your data analysis. uh, so what all you can do into this, now this is the what all tables, what all analysis can you do into this, that I'll tell you. So this is also very important part of this paper, that is called as a data analysis, right? So one table that you can make into this is this one only. Let me take you to this is data analysis mein you can make this one table. What is that? Distribution of the research paper based on journal of publication, right? This is the master file, right? So before starting writing the paper, before writing the paper, what is now the most important thing is that you have to complete this, right? So let me take you to sheet 3. ये वाली जो sheet है, that has to be completed. And like authors, title, year, source title, source, country, tools used, right? Indexed and ABDC. Can you see to this? So with the help of this only Excel, now you will be making, now you will be using this Excel file, right? To make the data analysis, to complete the data analysis part. All the tables that will be made into the data analysis, most of the tables will come from this Excel file now. So this is your main Excel file. This is your main source through which you will be completing your data analysis part. Like you can write about which country, let's say this is about the Thrift Institute. So which companies have written papers on this topic, that is called as a Thrift Institute. So you will be making a diagrams for that. So this is one table, right? So this is one table that you can make. Let me show you another tables. Okay, so what are the statistical tools? Can you see to this? Conjoint analysis, correlation analysis, how many of the articles they have used these kind of tools. So you can make this another table. Now this is coming into your analysis part. So what I'm trying to tell you, this is the data analysis part. What all tables can you make, right? So these are the important things, right? So look at this distribution based on the country of study. Africa may, there are the people who has written this article on this topic is 6. Australia may 3. This is on the impact investing. So how will you get this? You will be getting it through your this Excel file. Uh, there is also one important part, key, like you can do the analysis using ADO model. You can do the analysis according to TCCM model in the data analysis itself, right? So when we are doing the data analysis, so we will be making a model. So let me take you to a model, one of the models. This is one of the models, right? So this is the most important, ये इस पेपर की जान होता है. Like what exactly I mean by saying this is कि look at this, based on the previous papers, right? on the impact investing. So we have identified three factors: financial factors, social factors, and self actualization factors. So these are the three factors that we have identified based on the previous studies, of impact investing. So these are the antecedents. So these are the main factors. These are the decisions, right? And these are the outcomes. Can you see? If the people are if the financial factors are motivating them, then what is the outcome? Satisfactory financial returns they want and increase in the value of investment. If they are motivated by social factors, so what is the outcome? Social benefit for the society, increase in the goodwill of the investors, right? So this is what we have, and we have added the theory along with this, right? So this is the Maclean's theory of needs. So need for power, need for affiliation, and based on to this, our data analysis part. Let me take you to my main, मतलब look at this. This is my data analysis part. Usme I have written year of publication, how many people have written in different years. So this is one graph, right? Journal of publication, geographical area of study, type of research article. These are the small things that we have already mentioned. Now this is the most important part and of this paper, that is content analysis using the ADO framework, that is antecedent, decision, and outcome, right? So look at this. First of all, we talked about what is the Maclean theory of needs, right? And after that, antecedents. What are the different antecedents? So in the diagram, I have already explained this, right? Antecedent, financial, social, and self-actualization. So I have written this as well over here. So I have mentioned this everything here. So antecedent mein first is financial factors, social factor, and self-actualization factors. Then second part is decisions, right? So decisions may what were the things that comes out to be, each and every part is being explained: high financial returns, value generation, everything. So everything we have explained into this. So this is the main part of our paper. This is what will impress self actualization. What are the factors, outcomes? Every point has been explained. So this is one way of writing the paper using the ADO model. I hope this point is clear. The second way of writing is through TCCM model. So let me tell you what is that. Okay, theory. First is the theory development. Okay, this is also very, very important. Please understand this thing. This all the theories used in the previous paper, all the theories that have been used into the previous papers, the author will talk about that. So that is a theory development. TCCM framework, right? All the theories that have been talked about in the previous paper. So this is the table that you can make with the help of this. This is what this person has done. Context may, which are the countries that have talked about this topic, right? Usko elaborated way में you have to write it, right?
Actually, in characteristics, what we need to include?
इसमें they have talked about antecedent and outcomes. Look at this.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, antecedent and the outcomes. This is what they have used in the characteristics.
And M is for methods.
Methodology.
Yeah. Okay.
So the next important aspect is your discussion, right? Abhi tak we have talked about what is the first introduction, then is the theoretical background. Next is the research methodology, data analysis, and now is the next part is the discussion, right? So what you have to write into the discussion? Discussion is basically the summary of your research questions. What do I mean by that? Let me tell you. Okay. So I told you that we had certain research questions, like these are the, let's say these are our research questions, right? Ye research questions are right. So here in this discussion part, we have to write how we have attained this research question with the help of your SLR, or it's a brief summary of your data analysis part. This is also very, very important part. You have to be very careful when you are writing this. Next comes the implications of the study, right? So implications may, there are two aspects. One is your theoretical aspect, theoretical implications, and practical implications. This is the two parts that will come here. So theoretical implication may, now you will be connecting all the theories again here. Uh, like what we have done is, look at this. So this is the theoretical implications. Need for theory, this, एक और theory that we have used it. Look at this. A defined impact investor need theory of motivation. First of all, we have used the Maclaurin's. So now we have talked about impact investor need theory of motivation. Ki actually, may which theory is better defined this topic of mine. So this is what we will be writing here. Practical implications may, like this is a topic related to that of the impact investing. So what is the things that we have, managerial implication mein, how it is going to, how this topic is going to be helpful for the managers. So let me show you this. Can you see to this that we have again made a table based on this practical implications, how it is going to help this topic, how my paper is going to help. It is going to help the in making the taxation policy, standardization of legal process. So you will get an idea what is the practical implication of this topic that is called as an impact investing. So this is what has been written into the first column of this. Future direction for research. I hope this you can write ki, how this is, to whom it is going to be helpful, future direction for research, and what are the other topics that we can research upon. So this is what you talked about, and in the last comes the conclusion, right? So these are the different segments of how do you write a paper when you are writing a paper based on systematic literature review. So this is what is the pattern of this paper, like what are the different sections of the paper. So I have talked about this.